All right, welcome to A Century of Movies podcast. This is our second episode. We're Chris Wyval. How you doing, brother?
Good, brother. How are you?
Good. So this movie was your choice. As you know, last week or last month we did The Birds, which was my choice,
Yep.
and then this is a Black Swan. My question for you is: did you know that there was a bird sort of correlation or theme, or is that completely just coincidence?
You know what? I honestly did not.
All
Maybe
right.
subconsciously, but I didn't do it on purpose for sure.
Okay, I was wondering. So then let's launch into this because there's a lot to unpack in this movie.
Yeah.
So for starters, I'm just curious. I would just totally caught me off guard that you picked this movie because you're a Tarantino guy and all that stuff. And was there a particular reason you chose a Black Swan?
Because I had never seen it. I'd been hearing about it for years. It was
Mhm.
brand new. It was one I'd sat down to watch a couple times. It just was never in the mood. So I figured, you know what? Let's
It's
just knock this one out. And I keep seeing it like popping up, like, I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it. So it felt like a great excuse.
okay. And are you a? It's funny because I saw it in the theater as a when it was out.
Okay.
And the funny thing is, I don't remember anything about it from then. Obviously, it didn't. I didn't hate it or I didn't love it. I probably thought it was a movie I needed to go see because it was an Oscar-worthy movie.
Sure.
Um, and are you? Let's just go right into. But I don't remember anything. So when it was nice to watch it again, not really even knowing what the heck was going on. Do you?
Right.
Do you are you? Let's start off with the director. Are you an Darren Aronofsky's fan or?
Yeah, I mean, Requiem for a Dream might be one of the five most disturbing movies I've ever seen.
That's what
It's
I've heard, man. I'm thinking, I don't know if
yeah.
I've seen that or not.
Oh, it's good, but it is not what I'd call a rewatchable. It's like a
Okay,
one
well,
and it's like a
I
one
think
and done for me.
that seems to be a theme with Aronofsky films, to be quite
Yeah.
honest. He's
Yeah,
got
yeah,
a dark
exactly.
side, man.
For sure. Yeah. So yeah, I'd like what I've seen. I can't remember all the other stuff of his I've seen. Actually, we just watched one the other night, called The Witch, I believe, which was also good, but
Is that
very Aronofsky.
is that with like the V or whatever like that, The Witch?
No, it's a different one. I had never seen it. It just popped up. But
Okay.
very Aronofsky. Very strange.
Okay. Yeah, he seems to have that. It's funny. I was looking at his thing. I'm like, I haven't even seen The Wrestler, which this is considered like a companion piece to The Wrestler. I
Mm,
haven't seen, what is it, The Fountain? I mean, I'm looking. I don't think I've even seen Requiem for a Dream. Though I know about it. It's funny because I was looking up, going, "Oh, Aronofsky, this guy's been around forever. He must be in his 70s or something." He's 58 years old, man.
I know. He's been
Oh,
at it for a long
yeah.
time.
I was like, he's younger than I thought, though, man.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, no, I apologize. It wasn't The Witch. It was called Mother.
no,
Two of the same thing, maybe. Um, and
maybe it should have been called Mother-in-Law.
yeah, right. Yeah. He also did a movie called Pie, which is wild. Yeah, he's definitely got a unique style for sure.
Yeah, he definitely has. As I said, I was going over all of his, his catalog there, going, nope, nope, nope. But then I read up a
Hmm.
little bit about them, and he's definitely, yeah, which I like. You know what I mean? He's got his own style, and
Yeah.
doesn't seem to be like anybody else that I can think of. Well, maybe a little shades of this here, and we'll talk about that in this movie. So Black
Sure.
Swan, let's go. So that's cool. We don't know much, not too. We're none of us are giant fans of the director, but maybe I'm definitely going to go watch some of his other stuff now. So let's
Yeah.
get in. Let's get into the cast. What did you think of this cast? The main characters, obviously.
Well, that was one of my favorite parts of the whole thing. I thought the casting was great. I thought the acting was great. Really helped sell the concept of it. I thought the whole thing was casted really well.
I'm exactly like you, except for one role that I just did not buy at all. And that was unfortunately Winona Ryder. Because I do like Winona
Ah,
Ryder.
yeah.
I thought she was totally miscast in this movie.
Mm,
We can get into it as the thing goes on, but I I don't know, just because maybe I just relate her more to like teenager kind of alt whatever kind of movies, or
yeah.
she just didn't look like a seasoned dancer
Mm.
on her way out person to me, and
Okay,
and uh,
interesting.
and I didn't buy her at all. Everybody else, like I agree with you. Like I'm like, man, I like them all. I mean,
Yeah.
there's the four mains, but
Yep.
I thought the acting was great. There's certain things where I'm not sure the writing or directing gave help them out. But I thought, like you said, superb. Natalie Portman, she won the Academy Award for this.
Right, of course.
And it was a movie designed to win you an Academy Award, in my opinion.
Yep. Yep.
Lots of crying, lots of emotion.
Yeah. And then a little bit of weird, or a lot of weird.
Yeah, that's a thing, man. So let's go down the cast here. So Natalie Portman, obviously phenomenal. It's funny because I watched this last week, and I was like, wow, she's actually dancing. Like, and then I read up, and she did, like, I guess a year or under of in training. You know what I mean?
Right.
And maybe I think she did a little bit of ballerina when she was a kid, but she's not a trained dancer at all, but she trained for like a year. And I'm like, holy smoke, she's really nailing this. And then I read some reports where the dancer who was her stand-in was a little angry because there was some controversy because that dancer felt like she didn't get enough credit for doing the actual dancing in the movie. And Aronofsky said, no, 80% of the time it's Natalie Portman. So they completely disagreed with the dancer. You know what I mean? And and some other lady who's a like a big time dance person, she said, look, she goes, you don't become a ballerina even if you have 1 year of intense training, you can't do it. And so she was like on the dancer side. So then I rewatched it yesterday, trying to kind of skim through it all. And I must say, after watching it the second time, I am agreeing with the dancers because every single, and by the way, the dance scene, he shot it in 16 millimeter with the lighter camera, which I thought was interesting too. But man, the dance scenes, you were right there dancing with them. It was
incredible. Yeah.
It was absolutely incredible to make ballerina dancing exciting. Brilliant. But anyhow, when I went back and watched, I go, oh my gosh, they never show her full body where it's her. It's always from the waist up or even higher up, just her face and a lot of spinning. She's got this stuff down. And but whenever they cut to a long shot, it's either through a mirror or it's way in the distance. Then you see the whole body dancing. And if you look, you're going, that's not her body. And the dancer said, she goes, look, you can train, but when you're a ballerina, you've been training since you were 4 years old. Your body type is different. Your leg structure is different. You can't simulate that by taking a year of intense. So that's why when I was watching really closely, I'm like, oh wow. And they even said that in some scenes, and I think I know when it was, we can talk about it later, they actually digitally replace the face with Natalie Portman's face digitally.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I think I know, as I was watching the second time, I think I know what happened. But like I said, first time I go, wow, Natalie Portman's doing this. But then you go, oh no, she's not. She's doing it from here up. You know what I mean? Right.
And
I noticed I'm talking every single time.
Yeah. I'll have to go back and rewatch it. I believe it though. And then I did read too that she studied for a year and she out of pocket. She paid for all the lessons herself while they were trying to get funding.
Really?
So
wow.
That's how much she believed in the role.
Yeah. Her and Aronofsky, I guess they talked about this a long time ago. It wasn't a super high budget. I think 10, 12 million bucks for this movie.
Right.
So that's impressive. And let's be honest. I mean, Natalie Portman, she looked like a ballerina. I mean,
oh my God.
I mean, she just had everything about her said ballerina. So I just thought that was really perfect casting. Mila Kunis, let's not, I liked her, but didn't really look like a ballerina to me. It looked like she wanted to do a little hip hop or something. And if you notice, she didn't dance at all in the entire movie. She spun to it twice, I think. So.
And they were like carrying her around.
Exactly. It was like, okay. And, so
I didn't even know she was in it. So that was kind of I was like, oh wow, okay. I didn't know it literally.
Neither did I till she showed up.
Yeah.
And by the way, aside from the dancing, I thought she was perfect for her role. It wasn't a whole challenging role, but I thought she played it perfect.
I agree. And what I was going to say too, I mean, I would have never thought the two of them looked so similar until you kind of put them next to each other and start like blending it and messing with it. Yeah. So in regards to that, the casting,
the makeup on and everything, and body structure. Yeah. And, well, we'll talk about more. One was the White Swan, one was the Black Swan. They made it pretty obvious. Sure. I had a problem with that through a lot of stuff in the movie. Like, guys, chill out. You don't need to spoon feed everything to us. What did you think of Barbara Hershey, the mom?
I thought the acting was great, and I'm assuming we'll talk about the character. But I thought she was great, and I didn't realize that was Barbara Hershey either.
Me neither.
Until the credits. But
I was
yeah, I
like,
thought she was
I
great.
was like, who is this? I know her, but who is this? And I'm like, oh, that's Barbara, because I remember her from Hannah and her sisters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, it was like who was in the Birds? There, we did that with something. Whoever was in the Birds, we were like, oh my god, she's so familiar. And then when the credits roll, we're like, oh my god, that's her. I can't, Jessica Tandy.
Oh, right, exactly, same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Same kind of thing.
And then it's yeah, but I like I said, the character aside, I thought Barbara Hershey was phenomenal. I would have liked to have
Me
seen
too.
more of her, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
She's an interesting lady. She's had an interesting life, I guess, as an actress. I was reading up about her. She kind of hit big early or late 60s, I guess. I don't know about hit big, but she was a known.
Mm,
But then she started dating David Carradine, the weird
right.
guy from Kung
Oh
Fu.
yeah.
They
Oh
had like
yeah.
a 6-year relationship, and then he cheated on her and had a kid with another girl. And it was
Mm,
and then, you know, she got sort of labeled as kind of a kooky hippie, and everybody thought she was kind of a druggie, and her career suffered because of it for quite a while. And she
oh
got
damn.
kind of weird. She changed her last name to Siegel. Seagull. Speaking of birds, she
Oh
changed it
right.
from
Yeah.
Barbara Seagull for a while. Then finally she got her life together, went back to her name, and then, resurrected her career. Thank God, because she's super talented. But interesting, like sort of big beginning to her career. And
Yeah. And
David Carradine was a known quack. So
I was gonna say, out of the two of them, she was labeled a weirdo. I mean, we all know what happened to Carradine. I mean, come
yeah,
on now.
exactly, man. And then what'd you think of Vincent Cassell? The
I thought he was
Thomas?
outstanding. I thought he was
Absolutely.
outstanding. Probably my favorite performance in the whole movie, to be honest. I mean, a
I
little too one note, but he that was just the character he was given. I love this guy in everything I see.
It's funny because I was like, this guy's so good. I'm gonna go. I will sit. I literally will go watch things he's in now. That's how
Yeah, oh
much I
yeah.
liked him. And he's had a pretty established career, European
Oh yeah.
Caesar Awards and stuff like that. I think he won a
Hmm.
Canadian type of Oscar. But yeah, he was great. The character, but I will say, well, and we'll talk about the character a little bit more,
Yeah.
obviously. But it could have been even more one notey, and I thought
Right.
he didn't go exactly where I thought he was going to go, which was cool because
Right.
this movie did remind me a bit of Whiplash, which you're a fan of, right? And I
Oh, I love that movie.
hated it, literally
Right. Yeah.
hated
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had
That's
that
so funny.
conversation. Wait, that'll be another pod.
Oh God.
I just thought J.K. Rowlings, is that his name? And of course, he won the Oscar. But I thought that was the one note of all one note
Right.
trope characters that I thought this guy Vincent Cassell was going to do, but it didn't quite go that route. But
Right.
it was stupid. But anyhow, so let's break into the movie itself. We agree on the
Yep.
cast pretty much.
Yep.
So the opening scene, they're dancing. It
Hmm.
was phenomenally shot. I was all of a sudden
Yep.
like, oh, I'm into this. Then
Yeah.
he changes into a black swan, and you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but you're like, because you don't, I don't know what this movie's about. When you're just going, what? Wait, what? Is this
Right.
supernatural or what is this? And then, oh, it's a dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of
Still a
course.
great
Yeah.
start. Still a
I
great
thought it
start.
was. I agree. I thought it was outstanding. It was like engaging right away. What I love about movies is when they show me like a world I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about ballerinas and the ballet and all that type of stuff.
And
So
that's
to
a tough
start,
sell too, by the way.
oh my god, yeah. And then probably one of the reasons I didn't watch it for so long. But you're like right in there. It's engaging. You can tell the talent, the way it was shot, but it's also ominous, and you can tell like some shit's gonna go down
Yeah,
like
and
right
also you're
away.
like, oh, I'm not going to be bored. This has actually got me right in with it already.
Yeah, I
you know
agree. Yeah,
and
great opening scene.
I actually thought that scene could have gone on for like maybe, and I'm never like this, I like cut shorter. I thought that scene
Right.
could have gone on for maybe a minute or two longer, even, like
Yeah.
really get it, and then have him turn into the black swan, and then you're like, what? you know
Yeah.
but still a wonderful opening. And then they all of a sudden, boom, she wakes up, it was a dream, which becomes a bit of a theme in this movie.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So okay, but she dreams, she's got a smile on her face, and
Hmm.
then she goes out, meets the mom for the first time, the
Mm.
quacky mom. I don't Do you
Oh
remember that
yeah.
scene where the
Yep.
grapefruit? Oh,
Yeah.
it's a pretty grapefruit, and they both go pretty, and you're going,
Hmm.
what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. I never thought I'd say this, but take me back to the ballet stuff because I don't know what
Yeah,
the hell's going on here.
exactly.
What is this now?
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, we're establishing right off the bat that the mother, first of all, I thought she was just creepy,
Yeah.
like, okay, creepy mom, or what? It's just, Like when she's obviously she's got a tiny little plate of food because she's a ballerina and mom's oh, but let's back up though. When she wakes up in her bed, all of a sudden we see the room with like 40 stuffed animals. Everything's pink. Like, okay, guys, we get it. It's arrested development. She's still being acting and treated like a 12-year-old. I think they kind of overdid it a little bit. We didn't need to be, we didn't need that. We didn't need 40 stuffed animals to show that she's still acting like a little girl. Plus the fact that Natalie Portman was 29 in this movie. And she's gorgeous, but to me, she looked 29. She didn't look like a 15, 16-year-old ingenue rising up in the ballerina world. She looked like somebody who had a year or two left.
And it's funny because I thought the same thing, and then as it went on, we'll probably talk about this more. That's sort of what I think they were going for. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, her last chance.
Yeah, exactly. Which ends up working, but.
Right. It's funny. I Googled prime ages for a ballerina, and they said there's no set thing, but they said it's generally between 20 and 29. That's what they said. Compared to, with, using people from the past when they hit big,
Sure.
So, okay, this is her. And her mother even says that. She goes, well, you've been there long enough. You know what I mean? Her mother's not exactly encouraging. So, and then her mother's just weird vibes. And then
whole way
they go to hug, and she can't see it. And her mother gets that serious look on her face. And I'm like, what is up here? Is your mother gonna be like some kind of psycho killer or something? I mean, because at this point, you don't know what's going on. You know?
Totally.
Which I like, by the way. I'm like, okay, I don't know where this is going.
But, I love it. Yeah, let's go along for the ride. Let's just
because I'm like, okay, because is this going to be a horror? Is this going to be a, it's obviously more than just ballerina, style stuff. Okay, so then let's go. So that we got a lot of nice stuff going on here in the first 6-7 minutes, I guess, right?
Sure.
But then we also noticed the scratch on the back for the first time, which to this day, I still have no idea why that was such a big thing in this movie.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, is it real? Is it not real? Was it ever really there? What's the point?
Yeah.
Hug my face. Okay. So then she's on the train. And here's another thing I didn't quite understand. Maybe you did. So she's on the train. The one thing I'm not going to say I didn't like about Natalie Portman's performance, but in almost every scene, she looks like she's on the verge of tears. Like, we get it. But you're 29, you've been in ballet probably since you were 4. That's 25 years. You're still this meek little afraid of everything. I mean, at what point? Come on. So anyhow, but whatever. I'm just saying though, she's on the train and she sees Mila Kunis. What's her character's name? I'm forgetting right now.
Lily.
Lily. She sees Lily, right?
Yep.
Now, when I first watched it, I'm like, who's she looking at? I don't even see because they don't show her super close up. And then Lily gets off at the wrong stop. But I'm like, how does she even know who Lily is? Or has she just seen somebody who sort of looks like her? Or not that it matters much, I guess, but how does she even know who Lily is? Because Lily hasn't been to the academy yet, So
yeah,
I wasn't sure about that. I was just like, "What? Okay, And then now they're at the dressing. Now we get to the dressing room, and man, does he like himself some mirrors, huh?
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. The whole thing, yeah.
Well, I counted it. Let's see. There was okay. We're at the mirrors. I put down the time here. We're 6 minutes and 25 seconds into the movie. This is already unpacked this much. Now we're at the academy. She's in with all the girls, but I'm counting. There's 4 mirrors in that one scene. 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? Like, and it's cool. Yeah. It's cool. It's a cool shot. But man, did he use a lot of mirrors in this movie? I mean, I get it. You're trying to get across the duality of the different characters and is this me that I'm seeing in here? Is it somebody different?
I think dance studios are known to have a lot of mirrors, but
absolutely. But the way he shot it, though, I'm talking.
Yeah.
She walks in. There's one mirror here. There's a little round mirror here. One here. There's 4 mirrors, and so everybody's face is in. I mean, it's a really cool shot. But like I said, he just happens. And then, of course, towards the end of the movie, the mirror comes back into play, but we'll get back to that. We'll get
Yep.
And then they're all sitting there talking. They're all on their white. Who enters? Lily. dressed
Yep.
in black.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
spell it out for us. She's the dark side. You're the white
Mhm.
side. You know what I mean? She's
Yeah.
got the tats. She got the tat. I don't know if we see him right off the bat, but she's got the big wing tattoos.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
are we overselling this character or what? We get it,
Totally.
guys. She's the dark side and she's the
Yep.
bright side. It's like
Right.
okay,
A-
we don't have to.
And the other thing too that was like Natalie Portman is so stressed out the whole movie, and
Exactly.
then Lily comes in and she's like easy and breezy and gets along with everybody and is smiling and laughing, and it's just like,
Yeah, everything
okay,
just
we
like,
see
hey,
what's
what's
happening.
happening, y'all?
Yeah. What's up,
Exactly.
guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So
like
yeah, come on.
I mean, exactly. We could have used a little gray area, and I'm generally not a gray area person, but we get it, guys. She's,
Right.
and then let's see. So I'm looking at my notes now. So then they're out there all warming up, dancing, cool.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
Vincent enters. Vincent enters,
Mm.
and once he enters, I think the movie takes a really cool twist. All of a sudden he's
Yeah.
such a presence. You're like,
Yeah.
this is the guy right here.
Yeah.
And he just owns it. He's French. He's got that accent. You're not sure where he's from. He's like, when you're watching it, you're like, is he Russian? Is he Ukrainian?
Yeah.
It's funny. The one person who is Ukrainian in this movie is Mila Kunis. She was born there.
Right.
Uh,
That's what I heard. Yeah.
yeah. So then he walks in, and then it's funny. I thought this was funny, but he goes, "You all know the Black Swan story," and then he tells the Black Swan story for
Right. Yeah.
our
Yeah.
benefit.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
they got to get it out somehow. But that was a pretty cool way to
Exposition.
do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So we learned the whole story. They kept it pretty simple.
Yep.
Now that's the other thing. I forgot to say this early on, but I feel like this movie is also one of those movies where you have to say you kind of like it so you sound intelligent, because it's based on
Mm.
Tchaikovsky's The Black Swan. It's
Hmm.
based, it's got I forget which movie. He also The Double by I think is it a book?
Mm.
I think it's a book by Dostoevsky or maybe a play. Beg, borrow, a little stole from them. And then also this reminded me a lot of All About Eve. If you've seen All About Eve, have you ever seen All About Eve? We might do that
Not
one down the way. It had
okay.
definitely some similarities to that. And so, in other words, you just, plus it's the ballet. It feels like, you have to be, if you say you like this, then you're an intelligent person. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
kind of like you have to say you like Radiohead because they're intelligent rock. If you don't like them, then you're dumb. So anyhow, so he explains the story of the Black Swan, and they keep it nice and simple for us.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Which
And it's
is cool.
a cool story. It's like, okay, I didn't know that. Great. Let's get into
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And so we're about 10 minutes in, I guess now, maybe even less, and the whole movie's laid out.
Hmm.
Which is cool. Like, we're okay.
Yeah.
Here's where we're going. And
Yep.
obviously you're thinking at this point there's going to be a major competition to be the Black Swan and make training and going up against almost kind of like Rocky or something like that. That's what I'm picturing. And turns out it didn't
Right.
quite happen that way. So then all of a sudden you hear the screaming in the dressing room, throwing the tantrum,
Oh, right.
know,
Right. Right.
and
Yeah.
Winona's first appearance, and she walks out. What's her?
Beth.
Yeah, Beth's is in there,
Yep.
and then Lily or Nina walks over
Yep.
and sees her, views her throwing stuff, and she walks out and she goes, "What?" And I'm like, didn't buy that at all.
Yeah.
I didn't buy that at all. First of all, again, Winona Ryder is 39 years old in this movie. Okay, she looks
Right.
younger. She doesn't
Hmm.
look that much older than Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
And so she didn't work for me. I don't think I mean, she's probably known for a decade that she's on her way out. She's made it. She's
Right.
39. She's made it longer than most people do. So all of a sudden, you're having a tantrum.
Right.
If
She's
she was
clinging to it. Yeah.
maybe if she was in there crying or sobbing by herself, this is the end of the line for me. And
Yeah.
and Natalie Portman observes her that way. I would have bought that way more. I don't think she'd walk out and go, "What?" I just didn't buy that. I just didn't buy Winona Ryder for 1 second in this movie. And it's starting off with that scene right there. I'm like, nah, I didn't like it. So,
Yeah.
okay.
It
What'd you
didn't.
think
It didn't
about
really bother me. It didn't really bother me. Only because, with the exception of Mila Kunis, every other ballerina in this movie is a psycho, including the girl's mother, including Natalie Portman's mom.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. So I personally think they're all just hungry. I think they all just need to eat. They all look emaciated, like they just need
I
a
mean,
burger or something.
that's the culture of that sort of thing.
Totally, yeah. But
Yeah,
every ballerina was just a psycho. So I was like, I guess this is just how they are. I don't know. So
yeah,
I didn't have any problems with it.
yeah. I like I said, I don't mind. I just there's just different ways I think that scene would have been more believable.
Sure. I
I
can
just
see
don't
that.
believe it.
Yeah, yeah.
At 39 years old, it's all sudden dawning on her that her career's on the way out. You know what I mean? That would have happened a decade. That would have been ongoing for like a decade, and I just think she would have been sad, not all angry like that. What? I didn't get it? You're
Right.
replacing
Yeah, yeah.
me? I just whatever. So,
Right.
but again, choices. I just personally didn't. That was one of those. You know me, man. If I don't buy
Oh yeah.
something, I'm done. And that scene just, and I'm like, Winona miscast, and I like her, but not on that right there. And then
Right,
she
right.
goes in, she steals her lipstick, she steals her other stuff. She's putting
Hmm.
herself in the place of, blah blah blah.
Yeah, the
Right.
lead.
So, yeah, exactly. And so then we go from there to Natalie dancing, shot
Hmm.
waist up, a lot of spinning, a lot of
Oh
hand
yeah,
movement,
yeah.
a lot of hand
Uh-huh.
movement, but that's fine.
Yep.
She does it great. And then when they go to a wide shot, it's way wide, so you can't even see it. And then,
Yeah.
it's nicely
That's
edited, but I just noticed it this time when I breezed through it. It was every time, almost every time.
right. I
And
mean, that
and when
makes
they
sense. Yeah.
and when they cut to the wide shot, it was through out of a mirror. So you're looking at the mirror, looking at
Mm,
her. So okay, just more choices. Very good.
sure.
Um, and then oh, and then he's dancing for. Is this when he's dancing for him? And he tells her, "You're perfect as the white, but I need more. I need the black swan.
Right. Yeah, yeah. And we kind of get the subtext of like, oh, this is where this is going. Like, okay,
This
you need to
this is
become,
this is the only place it's going."
yeah, dude. And then what I thought was super funny about that, she's like, and again, I don't know anything about the ballet, but she's dancing, and he goes, "You look great as the white swan. Now dance as the black swan." And she starts dancing, and I'm like, that's the same fucking dance. I can't tell any difference. You know what I mean? Like, how is that any different? And yeah, so again, it was totally lost on me if there was any nuance.
Exactly, and not only that, but he could have stopped her. No, start again this way. Bring it out of her. Just to go. No, that wasn't it. You're not sexy. Yeah, she was dancing for like 8 seconds.
Yeah,
Now you don't
yeah.
have it. I'm sorry. You have. But I get it. No, now we're just establishing that she's got the white thing down. She's technically
Hmm.
precise, but she's emotionless, and she doesn't know how to tap into her sexual side that, Mila Kunis obviously just completely exudes all over the place.
Right.
So
Real quick. Hold on, real
Mila,
quick.
yeah,
Hold on, real quick. One of my favorite shots of the whole thing is whenever he's like spinning her around and the camera is cutting with her and it stops on his face every time. And the first stop, he's like interested. And then as it spins, you can see him getting more and more like disgusted until she finally like snaps her ankle. I just thought it was a cool shot. I was like, yeah, that was pretty good.
yeah, it was. Oh, that's right. She stops the ankle thing. Is that when the
Yeah,
Mila walks in? com-
exactly. Yeah.
completely unlike anybody else. Like like I said,
Yeah.
she comes across like she's going to hip hop class, not really like ballerina. My
Sure.
guess is that in ballerina at the academies, there's certain protocol. You just don't sort of waltz into a room. There's just sort of a
Yeah.
how you conduct yourself even in studios. That
Sure.
okay, but we got to show that she's like the hey, Lucy, the wild child.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. Wild spirit.
what I would have liked to see, Mila, can you do the white swan? Can you? We never got to see that. So
I thought,
that would
yep,
have
I
been,
thought that's where it was going to, but no.
yeah, that would have been more interesting to me. And of course, she's wearing black again, by the way. Just want to make sure
Yep.
that every single scene she's in black. Like we get it,
Hmm.
guys. And I
Yeah,
know
yeah, yeah.
he said that he chose to shoot the whole movie in, subdued, which is, there's no bright colors anywhere in the movie, which I get, but her always in white, her always in black. This is Darth Vader kind of stuff. So,
Right.
and then, okay, so then, again, stressed out, Natalie Portman leaving that
Oh my
night
god.
after
Yep.
letting, feeling like she blew it or let him down. And who does she? Also, she's in that alleyway, and who does she see? Somebody walking towards her in the dark. All of
Hmm.
a sudden, that person comes up, and who is it? It's Natalie Portman looking at Natalie Portman.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
and
thoughts on
man,
that. We'll talk about this later, but yeah.
yeah, that just got to be a little bit much after a while. But okay, so it's
Hmm.
sexualized lipstick, hair like a looking like more like a woman than a little kid.
Hmm.
And Natalie Portman sees that, and all of a sudden she's practicing in the house. And then we go back to her place, sees herself with that sexy, and yeah. So now she's back in her house practicing. By the way, uh, practicing in the mirror, and they
Hmm.
show her close up on her feet, then they show her close up on her thing, and then the wide shot. I'm just telling you, dude, every
Okay. All
single
right.
time.
I'll go back
So
and check it out. Yeah.
yeah, man, I was watching that. They're going to show one scene where I can actually see, hey, that's Natalie Portman dancing, and
Mm.
not one, brother, not one. Not that I care, by the way. It just
Right.
became noticeable after I started looking for it. So then she
Sure.
breaks her toenail, and you know,
We
and
introduced
now,
this chapter.
yeah, and then
Ugh.
exactly
Yeah.
the
Uh,
nail
That that.
thing, man.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Now, is this when
Yeah.
the mom? Is this when the mom comes in and starts clipping? This is right.
Clip. I think so. Yeah. It
And
happened a
the
few times. I can't remember which is which, but yeah,
Right.
it starts
This is
snipping
when
the nails.
her mom comes. Every time she's having a moment, all you hear is Nina, and mom comes running in. She's always present, dude. Does she have a
Yeah.
job? Does she do anything? She's
Mm-mm.
always right there to be annoying, right when it's needed. So anyhow, she
Yep.
comes in. They rush her over. She's clipping her toenails with scissors. I'm looking. They're
Oh.
not even. They're not even
Mm.
like whatever bent scissors for they're just like scissors. She's going to
Yeah.
town, right? And you're like, what is
Uh-huh.
going on right now? You can't clip your own nails?
Yeah. Hedge
And
clippers. She's in
yeah,
there with hedge
dude, I'm
clippers.
telling you.
Come on.
And then they make a big deal about the cut on the back again. You're cutting your back again.
Hmm.
What is this? And I'm like, you're like, oh man, this is gonna turn into this. This is where is this going? This cut on the
Yep.
back. This is a big
Hmm.
deal because they brought it
Yep.
up twice now, and it's
Yep.
it's coming up. So then after that scene, again, really great scene, intense. Where is this going? Where's this going? The
Yep.
nails, the cut on the back. Mom's getting crazy. Gets her in bed, and what does the mom do? Because we have to drive this point home. She sets a little music box with a ballerina and turns it on.
Mm.
Okay, we the 40 stuffed animals didn't sell it enough.
Right. Yeah. 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 The overprotective mother. Now we got this going. Yeah. I
Well,
agree.
not only
I
that,
agree.
but we have to continually establish that she treats her like a 12-year-old.
Hmm.
It's like,
Yeah.
come on, we don't need the music box. But
Yeah.
okay, we got it. So now, so that's a nice scene. So then
Yep.
next, now she's on the subway putting on the lipstick.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know where this is going?
We're starting to
Yeah,
pick it up here.
yeah. So she sees herself walking in the hall, and all of a sudden she'll, you know, because after she let him down, in her
Hmm.
practice session, she goes, I need to womanize myself, sexualize
Hmm.
myself, I guess. But I still don't know what her plan was. Are you there? Are you trying to seduce him? I don't think even he knew. I don't even think he knew, Vincent
Yeah.
Cassell,
Yeah.
because all of a sudden then she goes in, meets with Cassell. Can I meet with you? Now her hair's all and the lipsticks,
Yeah.
she look really different, man.
Right. Yeah. A little too old to be a ballerina, I think, at this point. Yeah.
It just to be the new ballerina, the new
Right.
face
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the, but again, that guy is so good though. I thought he just handles these scenes he's
Hmm.
so cool, man.
Yeah.
And then okay, so he's so good. What's it? Close his door.
Well, and then
So
this
then,
is when they start kissing, right? Doesn't he kisses her? Isn't this
yeah,
this part? Yeah.
exactly. This is the
Yeah.
part where it looks like she's trying to seduce him as a woman. What are you
Hmm.
trying to show me that you're a woman? And by
Hmm.
the way, dude, this is one of those scenes where I'm sorry, but unintentionally hilarious. It's coming up.
Hmm.
So, he says, I've already cast, whoever that one, the other girl who they kind of featured a little bit in this dressing room way back when. She's already been cast as the
Hmm.
Black Swan.
Right.
Oh, okay. Stressed out. I'm ready to leave. He closes the door. And then he starts kissing her,
Uh.
and, and she bites it.
Yeah, dude.
Tiny little bit of blood. Oh, you bit
Mm.
me. What?
Yeah.
That hurts. And then she looks sorry, and I'm like, okay. What did you think of that scene? The biting scene.
I get the only thing I can think of is they were like she was trying to. She's either a just a psycho, which is clear by this point, but also like was that her attempting to show him that she has a dark side, that she can be the Black Swan, that she did something unexpected and different. I wasn't sure what they or I mean now I think she's just a nut job, so I have no idea.
Well, I mean, he's, it's maybe kissing, but he's assaulting her for one,
Hmm. Yeah,
I'm not even sure if this movie came out right now, if there would be an uproar for that scene.
a couple
But
scenes, a couple.
absolutely. But,
Yeah.
that's what he's, but also, is he trying to, because he wants to have sex with her, or is he trying to bring something out of her that he knows that she has within her, but she just cannot get out of her own way?
Access. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what I felt like, because he never really made a pass at her any more violent way. Didn't try to throw her
Mm,
down.
no.
But also, my personal thing is she did it because she just got caught off guard. She didn't know what to do, and
Yeah.
I would have thought, because this is where it becomes unintentionally hilarious to me. Then she leaves, right? And he's like, "She bit me." The very next scene is, they have the list of who made it, who's got cast, and she's sitting there,
Uh,
and the one girl walks past. She goes, "Congratulations." Okay.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You always have to talk like that, but okay. And then
Right. Right.
and that girl comes back. What? You said some kind of a joke? Fuck
Would you
you.
say? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
okay. All right. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Because he told her that, because Vincent Cassell, Cassell's character, I can forget his name, Leroy. He told her in the room that he cast that girl, so she thought that's why she got it. So anyhow,
Right.
now she goes and looks at the list, and she's the Black Swan. And I'm sorry, but this is where I feel like it was an unintentionally hilarious moment. Oh, wait a second. She bit you? So now you're like, well, she's got a dark side. That's it.
Yep.
She's the head of our entire thing. Now I can trust her from here on out, because wow, she bit me. I mean,
Yep.
come
You
on
convinced me. That's
already.
all I
Yeah.
needed.
The
Yeah.
very next, like 40 seconds later, she's looking. That was it. I
Yeah.
thought that scene. I thought, we're backing up a little bit to the kissing scene where he tries to attack her, make out with her. I think she should have squared up. I mean, if that was my script, I would have had her just in a, like, go, like, show her eyes, like, not know what's going on, square off, and just smack him and run
Yeah.
out. Not saying I'm
Mm,
sorry, just run out, because just a total visceral response, just
sure.
smacking. I thought the butting thing, it would. I don't think that's how she would have done that person in real life. Smack him, run out, and then show him like almost enraged, and then cut to the scene where she's now the Black Swan. Because I
Yeah.
think that would have shown something much more than a simple "you bit me." I just thought a
Yeah.
smack would have been way more effective, and I would have bought it more. So I thought, in retro, when I saw that she was now the Black Swan, I was like, oh man,
Yeah. I mean, I
little
agree with you.
little eye
I
rolly. I thought.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I agree with you, but I will say I did not expect it. I did not expect her to bite him and draw blood and then apologize and then get all weird. So in that regard, like I thought the movie overall did a good job of just kind of keeping you off your like off balance. Like I'm not really sure what anybody's gonna do at this point. So I did like
Well,
that. But
that's a good point. But the whole point of the bite was to give him the impetus to give her the Black Swan.
yeah.
And I just
Mhm.
I just don't think that would have done that. He would have changed his whole thing, remove this girl, put this
Yeah.
girl in, because oh my God, I can't trust you. I've been watching you dance for what, 5 years now? More? I can't trust you. You don't have within you to bring those. Oh, all of a sudden you do.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
here,
Funny how
here
that
you
works.
go. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, you know,
That's
uh,
that's another thought I had throughout, but we'll get to that, I'm sure.
I know they have to further the plot, but I just thought, okay, that's really convenient. And now all of a sudden she's a Black
Hmm.
Swan because she bit him once. So then another, I hate to say it, but another one of these scenes where, I understand that it's a movie and you have to keep the thing going, but there's certain things that just, they're kind of like don't ring true. Okay, so then she runs into the bathroom, right? And
Okay.
who she call mom? And this is another one of those, okay, my God, we don't need to oversell it. What does she call her mom? I got it, mommy.
Mhm,
Okay, just do we need the
mhm,
mommy? You're 29 years
mhm.
old.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got it,
Chill out.
mommy. Yeah, well, I
Yeah,
mean, just call her mom. You know what I mean? You don't
right.
call her mommy at any other scene so far, and all of a sudden we get it. You have to show us that you reverted back to your 12-year-old self. But okay,
And not
but still, I'm not being hard on it. It just I was going, oh, okay, we didn't really need the mommy, but okay.
Yeah,
So
and it's like she wonders why the mother is so like all over her constantly. It's like, well, you
exactly.
call her mommy, you're 40 years old, you lunatic. What are you doing? Like, yeah, I agree.
I'm
I
just
agree.
saying. It was just we don't need to sell the character that she's like childlike. We got it.
Yeah.
All right, we've got
Mhm,
it. The stuffed animals, the music. Okay, mommy. I was like, oh,
mhm.
I'm not when I watched it the first time. Not when I skimmed through it again. I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't need the mommy, but okay,
Right.
dude. I think I was counting now. I don't believe there was any type of dissolve or I mean, to show time lapse. I believe she was in the bathroom on the phone for about 15 seconds calling her mom.
Sure.
She walks out of the bathroom and somebody writes horror has already
Oh
written
yeah.
horror
Yep.
on like who first of all has the time to follow her in there where she doesn't know it, happens to have the lipstick handy, writes it and gets out before she it's just like
Yeah.
not
Well,
to mention who else knows that she went in and had a personal meeting with this guy who would write that anyhow, you know?
yeah. So, I mean, I agree with you on that, but this is where I started to be like, oh, is she imagining all this? Like, did that actually happen, or was that just in
Good
her head?
point. Good point.
That for me was when, I mean, obviously they hint at it the whole way, but that's when I really was like, I don't know if that actually what is really happening and what's
Now
just in
that
her
I
head.
hadn't thought about that because you're right. This is probably once she went in and met with him and did the whole kiss thing. This is when she
Hmm.
starts the descent.
Right.
She
Yeah.
when she
Yeah.
starts losing herself to whatever
The Black
the
Swan.
other.
She's becoming the Black Swan. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Because I was
I have
like,
no idea,
okay,
but well,
you know,
yeah. Because
she
if
starts
not,
right.
it's totally ridiculous. Yeah, it's totally
Yeah,
insane.
yeah,
Otherwise,
dude. It
yeah,
was just like, okay, we didn't need it. It was just it happened too quick. But okay, that could be. But again, we don't know, and
sure.
that's one of those things where, like I said, there are a lot of dream sequences with some weird stuff. But
Yep.
so then she goes back home, and this is where we see the mom's room. So
Mm.
if we haven't established mom's quacky enough,
Hmm.
not does her mom doesn't have two or three paintings, she's got like 40 paintings on the wall of her.
Mm. Yeah.
I mean, it looked like the scene from a horror movie, dude.
Yeah.
Like Insidious or something. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
psycho mom painting and just putting pictures up everywhere.
Just the self
I
portrait of mom everywhere. Yeah.
yeah, was it that or was it her? Was it her? Was her daughter? Was it her? I didn't look that hard, but it's like I'm just saying it's like we didn't need 40 stuffed animals to show that she's a 12-year-old. And, we don't need 60 weird drawings to show the Mike mom's psycho.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering why mom couldn't have been more just real. Like if she's jealous of her daughter, which obviously she was, I don't know why she needed to be mean and psycho too. Maybe it's because everybody in that world of dancing is. Who knows?
That's and that was honestly like my big takeaway. Like, oh, these guys, everybody in this world, whether it's real, obviously not real ballerinas or not, is just a psycho. So you just have to roll with it, I guess. But
I
there
I
was the
guess so.
line where I guess, I mean, because I stopped kind of analyzing it at one point. I was like, I guess everyone's just insane here. Okay, cool. But there was the one line where the mother says, I gave up my career to have you.
Right.
So
I
it,
know that was the
yeah,
catch-all to that was so we could just go, "Oh, mom's had a
right.
tough life and she's living in her and she's jealous." I just thought that was
Mhm.
a pretty easy explanation. So like I said, we get the fact that she's a little psycho, jealous of her daughter, gave it up for her, and Natalie, she says something to her mother. You were 28. Remember that?
Oh,
She
right.
goes, you
Yeah,
were you
yeah,
were
yeah.
28. Natalie Portman's 29 in this movie. So I'm just saying you were
Right.
28. So all of a sudden she's kind of snappy with her mom. And I'm just saying, I just don't
Yeah.
know why they needed to make I don't know why they needed to make the mother seem so psycho, like she was gonna do something, really bad, like sabotage the daughter, because that's what they were setting up. They and several times they
I,
were setting that up.
and I was
So
waiting for it. Yeah, I kept waiting for it.
me
Like,
too.
what's mom gonna
Me
do
too.
here?
Oh,
Yeah.
and then,
Yeah.
dude, again, talk about unintentionally hilarious. This was the most unintentionally hilarious scene. We're now we're at home. right? And mom's with the
Okay.
pictures. And I think they show their scratch on her back again for some reason. And then,
Mm-hmm.
oh, because she's in the room, mom, and her mom's not home. That's when she sees all the pictures. She goes into her room, she sees the thing on her back again. Then her
Yep.
mom starts calling, Nina. So she comes out, and what's mom got? A fucking gigantic double layer cake that would like feed probably 20 people. Like,
Yeah.
that's the cake you brought home for you and your daughter.
Yeah. A wedding
what I mean?
cake.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. It was hideous, man. On top of
Yeah.
everything else, there was nothing fun
Mm-hmm.
about it. It looked like, honestly, it looked like a funeral kind of thing. And
Yeah.
but I'm like your mom, a former ballerina. Your daughter just landed the Black Swan, and you're going to bring home a giant cake. You know,
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
it again, because we're as an audience, we're going, uh-oh, mom's trying to get her to eat and get out of shape so she loses this, right?
Right.
That's what we're
Mm-hmm.
thinking. But I'm like,
Yep.
why did she need to bring a giant cake? Why couldn't she bring two cupcakes, big cupcakes? Look what I got for us. I just think sometimes, and I'm Aronofsky, the writer, I just think sometimes they've made it just a little too dumbed down for us.
Yeah.
We didn't need it that. We didn't need it that simplistic. We don't need a spoon fed, excuse the pun, but she's got this
Yeah.
giant cake. Oh, mom's trying to get her fat, so she doesn't get this. And then she goes, Mom, I can't eat that. I mean, just a totally normal response. Okay,
Right.
well, I'm just gonna throw it.
Yeah. I'm sure it's terrible. Freaks out about it. I'm like, oh, geez.
I'm just about to throw it out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, really? Okay, Mom. And then, then she gives her the one little thing on her thing, and you're going, Mom is psycho, man. This is, and I was actually digging this going, I can't wait to see what Mom's going to wind up doing, man. Like, is she going to go stab Vincent Cassell? Is she going to turn, I was like, I'm into this, man.
Oh yeah. She was becoming my favorite character. I was
absolutely,
like,
dude, 100%, man.
Lunatic, yeah.
Exactly. I was like, because again, we don't know where this movie's going. We don't know what is this? What genre this really is? It obviously mixes genres, but at this point, I'm going, Mom is fucking out of her mind, and I'm into it, man. Yeah. All right. Okay. So then let's see where we at next. Next on, I got my notes right here. Psycho Mom. I wrote down Psycho Mom.
Yeah.
And then there's more dancing. Waist up, by the way. Once again, very nice. And then he's watching her, with his judgmental look. And very nice. We need the Black Swan. Again, it's like we get it, man. And I just kept going. There just comes a point where you're going, girl, you're 29. You've been dancing for 25 years. Would you just fucking pull the stick out of your ass? What is this?
Yeah.
That you cannot even pretend to be sort of sexual. I mean, like, come on already.
Everything you've been working on for 25 years is right here. And literally just being handed to you for some reason, by the way. That was one of my big issues with the movie. We'll talk about that later again. And you still can't pull it together.
What's being handed to her?
The role. Like, she's got the role, and they're literally telling her, just do this. And dude,
that's what I told you. After the bite on the lip, she got this role. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And again, after 29 years of whatever, 25 years of dancing, and he thinks him just telling her, come on, pull it out of you. I mean, come on already. So, and then we need the Black Swan. And then Mila comes in all loose, slapping, flirty, wearing black, like, the complete
black
difference.
Wings.
Yeah, exactly. The tattoos prominently, which were cool, by the way. But it was again. Did we really need them? Probably not. Now it's the dressing room. I got my part. Okay, so now it's this kind of stuff just kind of flies by, right? Where is this where she comes in? She's dancing by herself, and Mila comes in smoking, and they sit down. They're talking for a bit, and then stressed out. You nailed it. Stressed out. I gotta go home. Where you going? Blah blah blah. And then a party scene to. Oh, then they go to the big. Then Stephen Leroy takes Nina to the big party, the big sophisticated party in the house to announce her as the new Black Swan. And again, this is our second sighting of Winona Ryder. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with her hair?
Yeah.
It just it looks so dumb. I don't know if they're trying to make her look old. I don't know if they're trying to make her look weird. I just wasn't buying her at all. And plus the fact that she's already lost the part. This is already her. She had her time. I don't know. To me, it seems like somebody in her position would have gone out with some. And I know the movie has to be the movie, but she's had a good run. She's almost 40. You know, turning it over to the new ingenue, like somebody turned it over to her at one point. She's had a good run. I just don't feel like her character would be like this craze. I'm not still I don't know. So he announces to her, and then all of a sudden she's getting drunk. Winona Ryder's character, and she's stumbling out, and then what's her face goes into the bathroom. She's in the bathroom, right? And oh, here we go, more nails. Now she starts pulling the skin off her nails. You're like, it was hard to watch, man.
Yeah,
right.
That was tough.
Yeah, but then you're going
close
again,
up with a nail. I was
with the skin going up. You're like, oh my god! And then Mila comes in, and I will say this: Mila Kunis was a breath of fresh air at every scene she was in. She just
she was great.
We needed her sort of just kind of, hey, what's up, girl? You know what I mean? We just kind of needed that in the movie to just let us breathe a little bit. I really enjoyed her.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, and she came, and I don't really, except for that 70s show, I don't really know much by her and stuff, but I was like, man, she's really, this role could have been just a lot more boring, and I thought she just really did a nice job with it. I think it was Natalie Portman who got her onto the movie, by the way. I guess they're good friends in real life. So
cool. Okay.
Because I honestly thought that was kind of odd, interesting casting, let's just say, because she doesn't look like a ballerina at all. There's nothing about her that says, "Oh, you've been a ballerina since you were 4." Not a single thing. So interesting casting, but like I said, she played the role well, and it was nice that even the different style, the different shades of the skin, one super white, one's blah blah blah. But then they're rapping in the bathroom, and then she leaves. Natalie Portman leaves the bathroom, and again, this is just movie making, but literally as soon as she opens the door, there's Vincent Cassel. There you are. Come on. You know what I mean? It's like you're right there, Okay. But anyhow, then they're outside, and then he gets called back in, and then she's looking around that weird, effigy, that real whatever statue thing. Looks like a
very cool, by the way. Yeah.
Really cool. Like I said, really there's so many great horror elements in this movie.
Yeah.
I almost wish it would have gone full-blown horror. I swear to God. Because the visuals and the styling, the sound effects were just phenomenal. And that's why I think it just didn't know what it wanted to be. So it went to be a bunch of different things, hodgepodge stuff. And then all of a sudden she turns around. Hey, there's Winona right there. Like she didn't, it just happened to walk right up. Okay.
Right.
So I guess we got a little jump scare there too, which was nice.
Yeah.
And then so what about that scene when Winona's going on, about, did you suck his dick? I'm like,
it was so for me, it was like, I get it. Like you're losing like the role of the lifetime, you're losing your identity. And then, are you trying to say like, she's also pissed for losing Leroy too? Like, did she have a relationship with him in addition to everything? But yeah, by this point I was like, all right, this
is where I think he, meaning, Aronofsky, he says a part of this movie was influenced by the Dostoevsky play or book or whatever, The Double, where somebody tries to replace somebody else. Winona sees her trying to replace her.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah,
exactly. And again, this is where it really reminded me a lot of All About Eve. Very similar type of thing. But she's not trying to replace her. She's just doing what anybody would do. She's just looking for the role,
Yeah.
If they were the same age, that would have made more sense to me. But they're 10 years different, and so I don't know. Let's just say if Winona Ryder's character, let's just say Natalie Portman in this was where she is right now, 29 years old, and like a 19-year-old upstart was coming in trying to replace her, but she's still young enough to still be doing this role. Then I feel like that would make more sense. But I just, the Winona thing, I just didn't get. They maybe should have made her a little bit younger, cast somebody different. I don't know.
I can see it.
She kind of took me out of it when I was watching, but okay. So plus, and the wig really took me out of it, whatever they were doing with her hair.
They were prepping her for Stranger Things.
Yeah, dude.
She
Exactly.
looked like in Stranger Things.
Yeah. It honestly though, it's
Hmm.
yeah. I'm glad she's back because I do like her as an actress,
Oh
but
yeah.
she had a she's had a in and out career. So
Mm,
peels the skin. There's more skin peeling going on,
mm. Can't
and
get enough of
then
that.
yeah, exactly. And then what? It's a dream. Okay. We're just so this podcast doesn't go 4 hours. We'll try to get through a little bit more here. Right? Mila coming in dressed in black. I'm looking at my notes right now because
Yep.
there got to be a bit of a redundancy with this stuff after a while, to be honest with you.
Oh
We're
yeah.
oh we
Yeah,
get it,
yeah.
we get it. You know what I mean? I'm
Yep.
trying to get to the next big moment where the moment she exits. Go yeah, bathroom. There you are. Okay, both appearing out of nowhere. You little whore. Oh yeah, you little whore drunk. Do you have? Oh, so then Cassell brings her back to his place. Do you have a boyfriend? He wants go home, touch yourself. This is not a
Mm.
guy that's trying to get down to her pants. He's trying to go, God, pull the fucking stick out, you dumbass.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
got the role of a lifetime, right? And this is where I say I thought and I don't know if it's writing him, who made sure. This is why I thought he was brilliant.
Yeah.
He didn't do the quintessential what everybody thought he was going to do, try to put her in bed,
Hmm.
he literally was trying to coach her in the way
Yeah.
that he knew how,
Right.
and to make her better for herself and for his production. And I just thought he did a great job,
I
you know.
bet. Yeah. Me too. That scene specifically could have gone so many. It could have so easily, like with the wrong acting, could have gone so horribly wrong
Yeah,
and come off in
totally
the worst way.
100% believable. And
Yeah.
even though they kind of make him a little creepy, you liked him,
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
the dude.
you like the character.
Yeah, this dude's teaching ballet. He's already a little creepy. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Like there's other.
absolutely. But also,
But yeah, he nailed it.
when we first see him with the scarf around, they set him up to be this, hoity-toity, creepy. And I just thought when it actually came down to it, he wasn't. He's just trying to get the best out of her,
Right.
And do you enjoy sex? And so also, and then let's see here. I got a homework assignment for you. Go home, touch yourself. Okay. So then,
Yeah.
then she goes home, and first thing she says, I know it's a quick little thing, but she goes, "Hey, mom knew she was." This is from that big party, and she
Yep.
goes, "Sorry," and she goes, "Sorry, mom. I tried to get you invited." You know what I mean? So her mom didn't get to go to the party.
Yeah.
Jealousy,
Hmm.
jealousy, right? And
Yep.
then another cut on the back, and then trims her nails again. There's some more nail trimming. I know that because I had this
Uh,
all listed in Connell. I'm just trying to wakes up. Oh, so now she wakes up from bed, starts touching herself. Maybe this
mhm.
is the first time ever, and all of a sudden, hey, she's
Yeah.
a pro.
Right. Yeah.
She's going to town, man.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, boom. There's mom sleeping on the chair. Really?
Yeah.
Why would mom be sleeping on the chair? You
But
know,
again,
is it
this is where I was thinking she was just imagining shit for me
exactly?
because I
Exactly.
was
But
like,
there's so many things of that you can't just explain everything away with this is all in her head. At some point, some of this stuff has to be real. I think, right? you know.
well, this
So
gets into some of the problems I have with it. But yeah.
okay, I think that's where we're starting to be on the same page. And so all of a sudden, the mom's at the thing, and then and then they're back at the rehearsal, and all of a sudden we find out Beth is in the hospital.
Mm,
She walked into traffic.
mm, yep. She
Okay.
was drunk. She was drunk and emotional the night before. So sure. Okay.
Yeah, but then he says he thinks she did it on purpose. It's like
Mhm.
okay,
I
I
was
get maybe
waiting for I was hoping the mother did it. I was hoping the mom was gonna make a real strong
oh,
comeback into
dude,
some
with
weird shit.
that would
Uh
have been wonderful, man.
yeah.
That would have
Yeah.
been awesome.
Would have
Yeah.
made no sense. Like they were competing for the role, like, but Winona got it and the mother didn't, went on to raise the kid, and now she gets her revenge. I was waiting
Dude,
for some storyline
there's
like
so
that.
many ways this movie could have been done where
Yeah.
we could have if we could go back. Like, remember when the whore was on the bathroom mirror?
Yeah.
Would it be great if if they went back and they showed that it was actually the mom the whole time trying,
Oh,
that would have been so much better, dude.
oh my
It was the
God. Yeah.
mom who was the evil one the whole time, man.
The
So
mom was the
then
Black Swan.
yeah, your mom still wanted it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just, or just didn't want her to have it,
Yeah.
So, but just because her mom was so damn creepy, I wanted to see more of that. Visits Beth in the hospital, and Beth's leg is, of course, nothing wrong with her face, basically, but her leg is completely jacked up.
Oh,
So,
yep.
we get it. She'll never dance again. All right.
Yeah. The
Very nice.
symbolism. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And then creepy mom looks in, mom painting. And then, then she goes to brace the door, but her mom comes walking in. Nina, Crazy mom's always right there. Cut to dancing. Oh, then now Natalie's dancing. Nina's dancing with the guy dancer, and then Vincent goes. Stephen Leroy goes, "Would you fuck that girl?" He's like, first of all, I'm not sure that guy would fuck any girl, but hey, beside the point. And then Cassell dances with her, and starts touching her, and again, I mean, it's creepy, obviously, but he's trying to get it out of her. You know what I mean? He's trying to get her to loosen up, man. You come on, you're right there. And so he leaves, she pouts, pulls this and then this is when Mila enters smoking. Hey, what's up, girl? You know what I mean? And they sit down, and I guess I forget now. I guess Mila Lily's character, I guess she told something or other, and I forget what it was. It wasn't all that important. But
she told him that she was nervous and she wasn't right for the part or something like that, and then that got around.
Yeah, but it was innocent, but Nina took it the wrong way. She go, "Hey,
what a surprise!"
Yeah, exactly. So then she leaves. She goes home. There's more touching herself, cut on finger. Oh, she's in the bathtub now, I think. Whatever, clipping nails, cuts her finger. Mom's calling, same old stuff at the home. A lot of nail clipping, a lot of just, looking at, and then back to dancing, Cassell watching, still not impressed. And he keeps going again, and then you're a coward, like how many times do we need to drive this point home? We get it. She doesn't get it. Why don't you just recast her? You know what I mean? At this point, what do we go? You could be great. What's so great about her? You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I just don't know why he's sticking through all this. We haven't established that she's great at everything else except that Black Swan. I mean, it hasn't been established that she's so far superior than everybody else.
That's one of my big notes. And the whole time I'm like, why did you even pick her in the first place? I don't even. And then now you're sticking with her, and it just the whole thing. It just drove me crazy the whole time.
Exactly. Well, dude, again, why did he pick her? Because she bit her on the lip. I mean, that's literally what the movie's telling us. Yeah. So then she's in the subway. I have no idea why we even needed this scene. But that creepy old man, touching himself, looking at her. What the fuck was that? And he was a well-dressed guy, looked normal. Like what?
Old
what
dude
was the,
too.
What was the point of this? What was the point of it? I don't know. I don't. Even if I didn't want to go back, wait, what is he trying to tell us? Who cares? And again, did she make it up? Who knows? Doesn't matter. At this point, I was getting exhausted with it's just in her head, or are we watching this? I was getting a little bit I was almost like turning it out at this point. So mom and her gave up her. Oh, that's when her mom says she gave up her career. She stands up to her mom. Mila comes over and to apologize. And this is when, now we're going, it's going to happen now. They're going to go party. Yeah. And now you're going, oh, Mila's trying to sabotage her so she can have the role. Yeah. And I mean, I can see this whole scene unfolding before it got there, and it did, but they did a good job with it. Well, I just knew it was going to wind up with some and they're going to be dancing all, like ecstasy out, right? Now, first of all, she's on stage tomorrow. There's no way she's going to go out. Wait, how long did the drugs last that I've never taken before in my entire life? A couple hours. Okay. I mean, there's just no way. And then they show a Lily like spiking her drink when she's not looking. I thought that was going to be like, bitch is trying to take over. You know what I mean? But no, she drinks it anyhow. And then they're dancing and blah, blah, blah. And like, I mean, it was cool. The music was cool, by the way. Chemical Brothers. That was a cool scene. Really well shot.
Totally. But that was my big issue too. I'm like, that was maybe the least believable part of the whole movie. There's no way she's going out that night. And if she is, she's probably never even had a beer before. Now she's snorting ecstasy and everything. I was like, yeah, boy, here we go. Okay.
That's the thing, man. She's, exactly. You're on stage tomorrow. That you waited your whole life for this. You know what I mean? Years. But I'm mad at mom. Let's go.
Now I'm gonna prove myself that I'm not a little kid anymore.
They make it with this. It makes it seems like it's all night, like it's all crazy night, and all of a sudden they're in the cab and they're home, and now they're making out, and all of a sudden, hey, wakes up. It was just a dream again, I guess. Was she there? Was she
Mhm.
not there? Okay,
But then
so
she also sees herself during that whole thing, and it's
oh,
just
right,
like,
right. That's when that's really starts going on and on. Well, I
yeah,
see myself at everything. And she
yeah,
did that, yeah, in the tub. It was myself, and then throws the pillow down on her, like,
subway, yeah,
okay, what is happening here?
mhm,
We get it, you're descending into madness, but still, we're
yeah,
still trying to watch a movie and decide what's real or not. you know?
right, yeah, yeah. Help us out here.
Yeah. And so and then she goes running. Her mom doesn't wake her up. She goes running. She overslept on her biggest day of her life. She goes
Mhm.
running into the thing, and Mila is dancing her role.
Ooh, yep,
And again, this is where Vincent Leroy, Vincent Cassell, Stephen Leroy, I thought he was cool because he didn't. I thought he was going to be like, mm-mm. He goes, go warm up,
yeah,
and I got that's exactly what that guy would have done, you
yeah,
know. And I
yeah,
just thought it was cool. Go warm up, and they didn't make this into a big thing, and
mhm,
she's so sorry she's late, and then sets music. Oh, then she does her thing. She goes home. She sets her music box on the thing, turns it on, and all of a sudden she slams it down.
oh,
And
yeah,
then she goes, "That's it. I'm rising out of this state of mind I've been in. I'm throwing my stuffed animals away." It's like,
I'm
all right.
transforming,
This
yeah,
is what they might as well just start playing the Rocky theme music right here. Bum, 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 bum. What I mean?
right,
This is
yeah,
like
yeah,
her,
ooh,
that's and okay, so now she's going up, and then rehearsal, camera work. I'm not sure what this jump, mirror, Minas, the alternate. Okay, so now they're back. She's got the role, but she finds
mhm,
out that Lily is the alternate.
yeah,
Okay, so
yeah,
what? And then she
what?
go again, stressed out. She goes crying to. At this point, I don't know why this guy's putting up with this dumb chick, man. It's
Oh,
like,
the whole time I was like, "What?"
dude,
Yeah,
just fire her already.
yeah,
I just
uh-huh,
fire her for the betterment of everybody, including her. It's
yeah,
gosh damn. So she's crying, practice, and then they show her practicing, waist up, and then mirror shots. And now she's looking at herself in the mirror, but now the mirror's like somebody different, right? Which
mhm,
I heard Aronofsky, I think he even said it. I believe it's a Japanese filmmaker did a movie. I cannot remember the name of it right now, but I believe he sort of borrowed that from that movie where the mirror talk.
Kurosawa?
Huh? No, no.
Kuro
It's somebody
Oh,
I'd never
okay,
heard of before.
mm,
But and I'm not saying these are the only two guys that have ever done the movie, but where the
sure.
mirror talks to you, the mirror's not really you. It's a different character.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah. So that was kind of a, big borrow and steal, but not, it wasn't, they didn't make a big deal out of it. And then lights go out, and now she's running around. What's happening? Hello, I'm still practicing here. And then she runs through, and who does she see? She sees Leroy and Mina having sex, and all of a sudden it's the Black Swan. Okay,
Mhm,
so is this another dream? Probably. And packs up. Oh, then she packs up Beth's makeup. She's going back to the hospital. And then another one of those, what the fuck is going on here? You
mhm.
know what I mean? She
Oh,
starts
yeah, this part,
meeting,
yeah.
Beth's sitting there in the chair, all hunched over. Like, again, if this is a horror movie, this is a great, creepy looking scene.
Yeah,
It really was
yeah,
creepy
yeah,
as hell, to be honest with you.
yeah.
And then she starts setting down her stuff, and all of a sudden, Beth starts stabbing herself in the face. And you're like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah, what the yeah. Just
Yeah,
every girl in this movie is insane. Yeah, like, okay,
exactly.
sure.
But also, yeah, we get that this is a dream thing, but what is it? Why do we continue to need these dreams?
Mhm,
What is it? And then she looks up, and then she sees herself again. You know,
mhm.
so now like the descent to madness it's on. It's game on from here on out.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yep.
home, creepy mom. She's throwing up. I think she calls her mommy again.
Mm.
Mommy. The paintings come to life. She's going crazy.
Just ripping them all down, yep.
Yeah, mom, what are you doing? You know, and then, now she locks her mom out of the room, and she morphs into the Black Swan.
Uh,
Another great. Remember when her legs went backwards? Like,
oh, yeah.
it was
Yep,
so creepy, dude. I
yep.
mean, I actually wish she just would have. It would have become supernatural at this point. And all of a
I
sudden she's stuck in the neighborhood or something.
I thought it might at one point. I was like, oh, is
Me
this where
too.
we're going? Okay. All right.
Me too. I was all for it, man. I was getting
Yeah.
tired. I was getting tired of where it was, so I was ready for something
Yeah.
drastic to happen. To be honest with you,
Sure.
and but that was a cool looking scene. But then then she slams the door on Mom's hand, which would have just broken her hand, like, and then she smashes her head, wakes up, and it was it just a dream? I guess it was all just a dream. There we go again. You got me again, Aronofsky.
Yep.
And then again, the biggest day of her life, and Mom calls in sick for her.
Yeah.
and hides, and Mom really takes the doorknob off. Like,
And
first
sat
of all,
on it.
yeah,
She
exactly.
put it under her cushion. Yeah.
There's no other place you could have hidden it. But Mom's got a screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver. She knows how to remove the door handle. And you're gonna lock yourself in there with her forever. It's just like, okay, Mom, whatever.
Yeah.
So okay, so she escapes. She goes running down, and now she has fucking full blown become the Swan Queen.
Yeah.
She walked in, you see the eyes starting to get red. And she literally says, she tells her mom, I'm the Swan Queen. Like, oh, shit.
Here we go.
I kind of like that. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah. Walks right in. He already gone to the part to Mila. Oh, he tells her, I've already given the part. Have you announced it? No, then it's mine. Okay, lose yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
No, we get it. Cue the Rocky theme is what I put down right here. And then she looks at her feet. She's got web feet. Okay, another dream thing or whatever. Standing, watching. Okay, then they're actually at the performance. This is in the theater. Again, some more.
We've been waiting for.
Yes, dude. Thank you. And so, but I'm excited because I'm like, okay, let's see a big ballerina performance now.
Yeah,
and show us, like wow, that was impressive. I've earned it. I've come this far. Let's see a big dance scene. And she's like looking, and the stagehand has to go, hey, over here. This is like 5 seconds before she walks on stage. Like, not a chance is that going to happen. I don't care where she is in her mind. Hey, come on. She walks over, literally writes up on stage, and then she does a little dance thing, and then she goes back. I mean, she's literally on stage for like 8 seconds or something like that. Then she walks backstage and she sees Mila flirting with the dance guy. Like, who cares if she is? No, who cares if she's dancing with that guy? Even if it, what do you care? I mean, you don't like the guy. And then has to tell her
the performance of your life. Why do you care about this? Like,
and you don't even like that. And you don't even like that guy. You don't. It's not like you were dating that guy. He's not even. He's a non-character in the movie. And then the stagehand again has to go, hey, over here. Oh, and she runs back. And now she's on stage again. And then he's throwing her. He flips her up again. This is one of those moments where I'm like, come on, guys. He drops her plunk on the stage at a ballet. And there's no gasp from the audience. The whole audience went, there should have been shots of the crowd gasping. What the fuck just happened? This is insane. Nothing. It's just quiet. The music was kind of quiet. And then he goes, what the fuck are you doing? And I just thought that it was not believable. We didn't need it. There could have been a moment, I thought, where he's holding her and maybe they slip.
I agree.
And they look each other in the eye and they give each other dirty looks. And then they cut over to Cassell from the side and he sees it, he notices it, but the audience doesn't know there was a major mistake because she fell down. I just call the curtains right there. The thing's over. Nobody wants to see the rest of this thing, right? So anyhow, I didn't like that. So are you with me on that?
And he blames her.
And she blames him. Yeah, she blames her. But I mean,
and he blamed her, and it's like,
I just didn't think we needed the fall. I didn't think we.
At this point, I'm like, just get to it. Yeah.
I was getting agitated too,
like,
man.
Like,
I'm like, we've got it already.
Yeah, exactly. Like, come on, man.
Oh man. So yeah.
And
so then he's okay. Then I'm crying again. She's in the trailer. Goes to the room. Mila comes in. Lily comes in. Sees herself. Crashes into the mirror. Then she fights Lily, but she sees herself, and who am I? It's my turn, and she stabs Mila, and Mila's dead. What? And you're like, what the fuck? What the hell just happened now? Now we're into a murder mystery thing. What is going on here? Hides her, but the show must go on. She goes act out there. Now she's in the Black Swan outfit, the makeup on it. It looks fucking great, by the way.
Really cool. Really cool.
Yeah, and then she goes out there and again, and this is very noticeable, spinning, waist up. You don't see
Yeah.
one thing from down here, down below, till it's a long
Yeah.
shot. And this is where I think they did the facial CGI because there's a couple scenes where she's spinning and she's full body, and you see it quick, but it looks like Portman Natalie's face, but it looks. I swear,
Oh.
I'm like that's where they did the visual thing because
Okay. It would make
because
sense.
yeah, because that's the one scene where I go, you can almost see the full body spinning and also her face. And so, but
Yeah.
again, I don't want to harp on this, but it just was really, really noticeable when I skimmed through it the second time. And so she dances for 30 seconds total, and the
Mhm.
crowd gives her a standing ovation. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
this should have been like a 3-4 minute, like, you know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
massive dance thing with I just 30 seconds and basically she's just spinning the whole time. And then she
Yeah.
does this and the crowd goes nuts for that. I know.
Uh-huh.
This is when they could have really done something ballet-ish. Let ballet shine for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Give us a fantastic performance.
You know what? You know what absolutely nailed that beat was I don't know if you watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but
It's
they
been a
do.
while.
Oh my God, they do just an amazing like 4-minute ballet dance routine that is so much more stunning and impressive than anything that I saw in Black Swan. And
Okay,
it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like, it's
dude,
great.
that's what I'm saying, dude. The dancing itself sucked. There was
Yeah.
almost none of it. And then you know, we paid our dues to see something. You've been in this
Yep.
world. Show us a fucking dance at some point, you know.
Mhm.
And now she's, but you know, now she's backstage. She's got the red eye. She's become the Black Swan. All right, let's go. Her skin's morphing into a swan for whatever reason. I know it's her mind. She's becoming the Black Swan, but whatever. We have to see it. So you know, she goes back out. Full shots. Now she dances for 28 seconds. I timed it. Standing ovation. Crowd goes berserk. Makes out with Vince.
Yeah.
You know, she's taken over. And then back to the room. Now she's in the room. And what? She's cleaning off the Black Swan. Oh, Mila shows up. Oh no. And then Mila shows up knocking. Hey, what's up, girl? Just want to say congratulations. Like, what? She's alive? What's going on here? Oh my God. And then we find out, oh, she stabbed herself. And the finale, and there's no blood at this point, because that, you know, and it was, and then, okay, then I will say that these dance scenes, though, the one thing we've talked about already, the fucking camera work was just amazing. That's why I wanted more dancing, because we're dancing with them, man. It was just, it was hypnotic.
You're right in there.
I wanted to keep going from the very first scene. Remember that movie opened, let it go a little longer. It's fantastic. Yeah. So then the finale, she, you know, again, the dancing itself, nothing impressive. And she falls. Oh, plus we see the mom again. All of a sudden mom's like cheering her on. All that psycho mom stuff was basically for nothing. And then she falls and finally he comes over. He doesn't notice her entire thing is stained with blood. Wait, look. Okay. And then the last line, it was perfect. And I'm like, no, wasn't. You fell down.
Right. Yeah.
If we're calling a spade here, it was not perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So anyhow, what did you think after she fell and you realize this is the end of the movie? What was your thoughts?
I mean, I understood what they were going for 100%. Like she did all of that to get her best performance out of herself. So it made sense. Like I did it. I was perfect or whatever the exact line is. I get it. Like I understand. My biggest thought on this movie is this is essentially Fight Club, but with ballet. I thought it was just basically the exact same thing.
Which oddly, I've actually, believe it or not, I've never seen Fight Club.
Oh, geez. Wow.
Yeah, isn't that hard to believe?
Okay. Yeah.
That's it just seemed like one of the ones.
Oh my God, it's one of my favorites. Yeah, you gotta watch it. Maybe we'll do it on here one day.
Yeah. Well, again, it has many elements of All About Eve. I don't want to. I'm going to give a spoiler right now because we probably won't do that movie. Maybe way down the way, but it's about this young actress that. This is the theater, not on movies or TV. And she's
Mm.
trying to, I forget, Ann Sheridan, I think it is. I forget her name now, whatever. And she's trying to, I think it's Ann Sheridan. And there's an aging actress played by Betty Davis. Betty Davis, this was sort of resurrected Betty Davis's career. It's like probably her most famous role. And she was
Yeah.
middle-aged, but she's aging actress. And this young person who just befriends her, just hangs out backstage and waits to meet her and then befriends her because her plan is to take over her role. And she ends up taking over her role. And at the very end, it's a really cool movie because at the very end, Eve is the character, not Betty Davis' character, Eve. And at the very end, all she wants to do is see her name, Eve, up in lights on the theater. She's now the superstar. And at the very end, it's a really cool movie. Joseph Mankiewicz, I think it won tons of Oscars, by the way, and like really clean sweep kind of a thing. And at the end, they ask her, they go, I forgot who it was that asked her all these underhanded things she had to do to get her name up there. All these, loose friendships and, whatever. And they go, was it worth it? And she goes, oh, yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I feel like I've seen a clip of that maybe.
Yeah. It's a little, especially for somebody like you who's not into the black and white thing, the acting is a little show-y. Let's just say, including Betty Davis, but that was part of the fun of Betty Davis. You just kind of let Betty Davis it up. But yeah, it was considered one of the great movies about showbiz, what showbiz is really like. And the guy who I really like, Addison DeWitt, I'm forgetting his name now, actor. He was a very good actor. You don't really know his name that much, not famous like that, but he was fantastic in it. And it was also one of the very first roles ever for Marilyn Monroe. Small role, and she's literally stunning in the movie to the point where if you don't know her, you're like, who is that? I mean, she's just there's something about her, dude, that the first moment you see her, like, oh my God, who is that person right there? So anyway, getting back to Black Swan, but so overall, at the end, were you like good, bad? What I don't know.
I honestly at first wasn't really sure what to think. I was just like, oh, okay, cool. But then I found myself thinking about it a little bit, which is always to me, it's like, well, okay. I didn't just watch it and forget it, like driving around. I was like, yeah, that scene was kind of crazy. Okay, that was well done. But yeah, for me, it was just too much of like borrowed from too many other things, like the Metamorphosis, Fight Club. I actually thought Whiplash came out before this, but Whiplash came out after. So I think Whiplash borrowed a lot from this.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, I don't know. It was over. I thought, like, again, there was things I loved about it. There was things I was like,
I was just, same. Yeah. I just felt like, really? That's it? Yeah. We went all this way and that's all we got, as a payoff. There was I think it was Entertainment Weekly when it first debuted, and it got really good reviews, 5 Oscars, or 5 Oscar nominations, I think. But it was obviously, a lauded movie. And they said, the Entertainment Weekly said, this is going to be the movie you either love or hate. And there was elements of both in the movie for me. Like, I just love that. And I'm like, what? I don't want to say hate, but I'm like, I just felt disappointed in, like, I don't know, like they could have done a little bit better on this scene or that scene, or made this more believable, made this more realistic. I just felt like I felt like it was a lot of stylized stuff with not a whole lot of story, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel like there was much story.
I agree.
It really demanded a 1 hour and 45-minute movie.
That was one of my favorite parts. Well, at least it was a short one. If I had to do that for 2 hours and 20 minutes,
but I feel like they could have knocked 30 minutes. I feel like they could have knocked 30 minutes off this movie. I really do. Because we got the picture. Mom's like this. We got the picture. You're the white swan. You're not the black. We got the picture. We just could have. We got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's, for me, it's like we see it coming. I'm like a mile away, and some of the other there was some like little cool twists along the way, but you're right. There was no great dance number. There was no explanation. You know what I mean?
Not only that, but like every cool, unusual, weird scene was basically explained away with, oh, she was dreaming. You know what I mean? It's like everyone. After some point, you just get like immune to it. You don't even care,
No, that's where I was by the end. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know if this is real or not, and I really just don't even care at this point.
Exactly. Like, I was so sick of all the characters. I actually wanted Mila's character to get it and succeed. She was the only one I liked.
Oh yeah, yeah. and obviously Leroy. That guy's
God,
great.
that guy ruled, man.
One of the other things I thought was cool was a lot of things seemed to trigger like in the subway. You know what I mean? She started seeing other people in the subway. She started seeing Natalie Portman in the subway, the weird, creepy guy. So I'm sure
That is
there's some
true.
kind of symbolism with that.
Yeah.
But again, it was over. I didn't even care enough to really look into it. But I was curious about that. Something in the transit from the studio to her home life seemed to trigger a lot of the
Yeah, that seemed to be
issues.
where she
But
sort of like, yeah, figure things
hmm
out or one way or the other, or that was her solitude or something, her solitude time. Because over there she's with all the psychos. At home she's with all the psychos. This is where she
hmm
became her own psycho.
right, yeah, with other psychos on the metro. The other thing too,
Exactly.
yeah, the other thing too that I kind of like for a minute I thought I was gonna go to like a remember there was a genre in the 90s, the erotic thriller
Of
with like
course.
Basic Instinct and all that. And they don't make those
Yep.
anymore for a number of reasons. And for a
Absolutely.
minute there, I thought, oh, is this sort of where this is headed?
Certainly had
Like a
elements.
totally. And then it was just like a weird little shout out to like Sliver and some of those other ones,
Well, but like I
which I
said,
thought was
man,
kind of cool. I was like, oh, I forgot all about that.
yeah, Vincent Cassell, his character Stephen Laurie, he never really. I get it. He forces making out with her, but you're like,
hmm
it really the way they played it in the movies, like he's literally just trying to get her out of her fucking shell. He's not trying to rape her. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's how they showed it to us. Otherwise, he would have. She's right
Right.
there.
Oh,
You know?
yeah. No, not at all. Yeah.
Yeah. So he invites her to her home and he tells her,
Right.
"Go home, touch yourself."
Yeah.
She's in his house. So his character. I like this. I would love to
Right.
see his character and the mother make a spin-off with those two. That would have been great. So
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. An 8 episode, yeah, 8 episode
yeah,
series.
miniseries. Yeah, the mom versus
But
him,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree.
All right. Yeah. Well, I think we kind of nailed it. We went a little bit longer than we had to, but I think we got there was a lot to uncork with this movie, man.
There
So do you
really
have any
was. Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, I got we hit on everything on my notes too. So,
yeah, dude. I'm gonna tell you, I got
but
like
yeah,
7
man. So what'd
pages
you
of
think
notes.
overall? I know,
Okay,
right?
let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Let's go by the score. We always have a report card score at the end. Uh,
Yep.
me personally, man, I it's because it was so technically well done and everything. I have to give a lot of credit for that. The cast really was great, except for Winona Ryder for me.
Mm,
But but still, I just was. I left unsatisfied at the end, and so if
hmm
I'm giving it a grade, I'm going to give it a B minus.
mm. Dude, that's funny because that's exactly what I had too. Was a
Oh,
B
is that right?
minus.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really was. And my initial thought when it was over, I was like C plus. And then I really started thinking about it. And I was like, well, there were some things I thought were very cool. It's just the story, again, for me, wasn't, but I know some people loved it. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So it's like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
so yeah, I'm actually gonna go B minus. I changed it to a B minus too. So
All
I'm
right.
right there with you.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yep.
I will say that we were going to do the Rotten Tomatoes thing. Take a guess. Unfortunately, when I Wikipedia, it showed me what the Rotten Tomatoes was. I believe it was in the 80s, though. I think it was like 83% Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
Which,
Mm,
if you had asked me and I had not seen it, I would have said, "Oh, probably 94%." I
sure.
would have thought this thing would have just because I feel like critics want to say they like it. Not that they
hmm
don't, but I feel like they really want to because it's an important movie about ballet and blah 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 blah.
Oscar and yeah, yeah.
Sophisticated, yeah. But I would have said probably 94, 95%, but I think it's in the 80s, 83%, something like that there, which to me seems about normal. Seems about what it should be.
Yeah.
Despite what I think, I feel like there was enough in it for other people that I could see why it would be rated like something like that there.
Yeah, I agree. I would have thought I would have been much higher. But yeah, I'm cool with that score. Yeah. 83,
All right.
84, 85.
So
Yeah.
we'll call this a wrap. But before we
All
get out of
right.
here, I will announce my movie for next month.
Oh boy.
And it's weird because this is not intentional to keep this bird theme going,
Oh,
but we
geez.
are going to keep it going. So next month, our movie will be The Maltese Falcon.
Oh,
Have you
okay.
ever seen it?
Nope.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to that. Other than that,
What?
brother, do you have any parting shots on the Black Swan?
No, I'm glad we watched it. It's something I've been meaning to watch for a long time.
Oh, me too. Glad I went back.
Yeah,
And
it
now
was-
I'm going to go back, do a little bit of a dive on Aronofsky because filmmaking wise, very talented guy.
oh my God. But yeah, buckle up for some of them.
Exactly, dude.
Especially Requiem for a Dream.
Before I forget,
Yeah.
Vincent Cassel. You said you're a fan of Vincent Cassel. So
Yep.
I was looking up his movies in the past. Have you ever seen the movie Irreversible? I believe it was 1992. It's been around. It's a foreign movie. I forget what. Let me tell you something, dude. It had not one of. I watched it years ago. I don't even know why I learned about it, whatever. I used to watch a lot of foreign movies. It had one of the most. No, not one of the most. It had the most disturbing scene I've ever seen in a movie ever. Like brutal scene.
Whoa.
And I was like, I mean,
Whoa.
it's and at the time when you watch it, you're like, yeah, this is DVD. I'm like, I watch it and I slowed it down. I go, how did they do this? This is impossible. This is impossible. I don't see a cut. I don't see how are they doing this right now.
Okay.
And then I read because he was in it. Vincent Cassel was in it. I don't remember him in it, but I read that this is before CGI was sort of known. But I guess they did some. It was digital. They did it digitally. I'm like, oh my God, because you're watching this going, no way, no way. How is this happening? How am I watching this right now? It was so brutal, dude. But anyhow, that movie will never be on our pod. But if you ever look up Irreversible,
okay,
ooh, man,
I will now for sure.
Yeah,
a '90s movie
dude.
I don't see. Okay, cool.
Yeah, all right,
perfect.
So I'm gonna
awesome.
We're out, dude. I will talk to you next month. The Maltese Falcon.
Sounds good, brother. See ya.